Hello, this is Trevor from Book Manager, and I'm here to show you how to fix one of the most common support calls we get, and that is your shortcut either goes missing for your Book Manager software, the shortcut disappears, or it just doesn't work. And so you can see right now I've got my shortcut right here. You may see that it loses its little picture, so it's no longer, the Book Manager icon, but it's just this little, blank piece of paper. And when you go to click on it, you may get a message that says, this shortcut cannot be verified, or there's something, the network place this shortcut is referring to is missing, and then it usually gives you an option, do you want to delete this, yes or no? So you should usually click no to that. So if you get that situation where the shortcut doesn't open, or it looks like this, our first step is usually to restart your computer, because it's probably a network issue, something like your network went down or your internet went down, and a simple restart generally fixes it. So before you start clicking around and maybe removing the shortcut or trying to recreate it, try restarting your computer. Another area to check is your This PC. So if you've got This PC as an icon on your desktop, or you can even use your file browser down here, the little manila envelope. If you click on that, and then on the left hand side here, you've got This PC listed. This is where your network drive is located, because Book Manager runs from a single computer and every other station is networked to that computer. So usually your shortcut going missing, it's a problem that occurs on your stations, not your main server. So what you want to do is have a look here as well. And if you see a little X through this network location icon, usually we set it up as the Z drive, and it will usually say BM on, the computer name, but it'll have a little X through it, basically meaning it can't connect to that network drive. So again, if you see that, you want to restart your computer as your first step. Alright, so after you have restarted your computer, the first thing you want to check is to see if your mapped network drive has in fact reconnected with your main server computer. So like before, you can use This PC or the little manila envelope at the bottom of your screen to access your File Explorer. Then you want to look on the left hand side for This PC, click on it, and then here you're going to get your network locations, and you may see one of two things. It may still have the X through it, or it may look like this where the X has disappeared. Either way, try double clicking it, because if you double click it and it opens up and you see all your BM folders here, and of course in my case, my example, we've got a much more complex BM folder here than you guys, but normally if you double click that drive and you see a bunch of files and folders, you're good. Again, even if it has an X through it, try double clicking it, because it may just open. And at that point, if it opens, you are now connected to your network and you're good to go. So that shortcut that was on your desktop that maybe had the picture missing before, it may just work. Even if the picture is still missing, you can try to double click it and see if your program opens. What often happens though when you do lose network connectivity like this is that your shortcut itself gets removed as well. It's either deleted or Windows decided just to junk it, so you have to recreate it. So making a new shortcut isn't super difficult. What you want to do is go into your network locations here, open it up, and what you're going to see is something like this. When you first click on that network folder, you're going to see a bunch of folders similar to this, and then below these folders are files, and everything is sorted alphabetically. You can see alphabetically by file name. And what you want to do is scroll past the folders until you get to the one file called bkmngr.exe, and it's an application file, and it'll usually have the little picture of the little Book Manager logo icon. And then what you want to do is right click that file, select Send To, and then choose Desktop, Create Shortcut. So when you've done that, it then creates a new shortcut on your desktop, and it's all linked up, ready to go. So we can now close this network locations area here, and this is the new shortcut that's created. So what we need to do first is usually specify a station number, because the station number may or may not be remembered by this computer, and every computer has its own station number. We suggest that if you haven't done this already, get a little label or sticky note and put it on your monitor with each station number. So every computer has a little sticky that says which station it is. In case you have to recreate it, then it's easy to know which station it is. But the way we recreate a station number is by right-clicking on the shortcut, going down to Properties. Within the Properties, by default, the Shortcut tab will be selected. And then in the target line here, all we want to do is add a space and then the station number. So in this case, if I want to be station 16, I'll put a space and then 16. If I want it to be station 5, I'll put a space and then the 5. And that's pretty much it. If we click OK on this and now use the shortcut, we'll get Book Manager opening up under that station number. The last thing that may have happened with the loss of your shortcut is the window size may be teeny tiny like this and you want to make it bigger. So the easy way to fix that is to once again right click the top bar here. So anywhere in this area you can right click and select Properties. Then within here you're under the Font tab. That's where you want to be, in the Font tab. So if the Options is selected, you want to be in the Font tab. And then what you want to do is select from your list of fonts the Lucida console. And then you also want to select a font size, usually somewhere between 20 and 28. So do 20, 24, 28, whatever you choose. When you click OK, your Book Manager window will resize. You don't want to use this. You don't want to click and drag to resize the window, because then Book Manager will go nuts. So this is not how you resize the window. And if this ever happens to you where you click and drag and it looks crazy, E for exit out of it, and then open up the shortcut again. Just double click it again and the window will resize itself correctly. So that's kind of the long and short of it on how to recreate a shortcut and to verify if your network has gone down. Now, if restarting your computer did not resolve the network location, the map network drive, if this, you double clicked it and it still was giving you a problem, at that time you should maybe give us a call, because it may be something to do with your actual network. You could also always try turning off your server computer and the station that's affected. So make sure both computers are turned off, then turn back on your server computer. And then once your server computer is turned on, try turning on the station. That seems to get it like 99% of the time. When we get calls for support, that's our go-to method. And at that point, if it's still not working, there's probably a network issue, like a password has changed or been re-enabled, a Windows update has done something funny, in which time you should just give us a call, or you may have to talk to a network technician. But if you're using Windows 10, we can usually resolve these network issues pretty easy.